Anas, thank you so much for having me.
No, Abhyuday, thank you. I think I've been wanting you to speak at our event for a while. You've been quite busy, but finally, thanks, you could make it. Most of the next-gen leaders start at the top, but you sort of did that, you sort of started ground up. You were trying to build a next generation business using first principles, and if I could put it that way. How much of your ability to take big structural calls have had an impact on you building whatever you built?
So basically, yes, absolutely. First, you have to really, when I got back from college, like absolutely you said, I started straight at the factory. We are a manufacturing dependent company. That is the core of our business. And for me to really run the business, add value, I need to understand all the nitty-gritties of it. And the only way somebody can learn is by being on the shop floor, getting your hands dirty, being in the trenches with the people. That builds the credibility, that shows them that you are not only acting as a promoter, but you're with them, you're understanding their problem, and over time that really helps in building the credibility that you're able to take certain decisions. Now even where I really enjoy saying this sometimes is whenever I'm recruiting young engineers or young talent, I give them the same example that I have been in the trenches like you are. It is something that we all have to go through. Yes, my journey might have been a little accelerated than everybody else's, but at least I can stand up and say proudly that I have done what you guys are doing, I have gone through this, and that is what has led me to taking certain decisions, taking certain bold decisions now, and the team works with me together on that.
And were there friends at that point when you were going through hardships? Were there many friends, were there many people you could speak to, or were you alone many times?
So I didn't connect with too many of my friends during that time.
No, friends mean generally, not just friends, but then in business circles, the banks.
No, absolutely. I have been very lucky to have amazing mentors my whole career. My father, my uncle, some external people also, and they were always there to support, there to guide, give you the confidence. And we knew, and I knew that what has been created has enough inherent strength in it. It just has to be culled out, it has to be focused upon. I like what Amit said earlier, the alignment needs to be there. Yeah. So I didn't connect with too many people, but I had enough mentors to guide me through this journey.
And what is a lot of entrepreneurs in this room, very young entrepreneurs, very experienced next-gen entrepreneurs, quite a few multipliers. I use the word multipliers, right? And you had an inherent focus on reducing debt, right? And what was the philosophy behind it? And
so that's a little longer story, but it was actually when I joined officially Jindal Stainless in 2015-16, and that was one of the lowest points of the company. It was also the time when most of the steel industry was going through a major downturn, and it was really the need of the hour. If I can honestly say, when I joined, I also wanted to grow. I wanted to buy more companies. I wanted to expand the business. But it was something that was not on the cards at that time. At that time, we all had to fight for every penny. We had to totally be aligned in working as one team to really survive and protect our organization. So at that point, the main focus was debt reduction, focusing on really getting your ear to the ground, seeing where the white space is or where the opportunity is, and improvise on that.
And restructure to focus and then sort of reunite it to scale, right?
So restructure was again because of survivability, to be honest. It was something that we did not want to do, but it was one clear-cut way that we could protect both our companies, both our businesses. And it was something that, if I can proudly say, that we are the only company in the manufacturing space to come out of 2 CDRs. The banks did not take a single rupee of haircut on our loan, and we paid entire recompense. So it's something we're very proud of, and it was always in our plan that once we are financially capable, we would like to re-merge the entities. Because then, as one sizable entity, there are so many benefits that you can achieve through that.
And what are your thoughts on what's happening in the world now in terms of supply chain disruptions and you having your own international operations, mainly to secure sort of
Raw
supply
material,
chain.
more
So
raw material.
what are your thoughts on that?
No, so absolutely. I think that is clear cut what we are seeing not only in India, globally, because of these wars. I think everyone is focusing more local. Everyone is focusing more in-house. How do we source material locally or close by and also sell mainly in the borders that you're working towards. And we had already started that journey much earlier. So one of the big things or one of the big changes that we made or when I joined is I totally turned the supply chain around. We used to get most of our raw material from Europe and US. And by 2017-18, I took the step of changing that completely. So today, 90% of our raw material is from India and Southeast Asia, and only 10%, which is not available in these countries, is coming from US, Europe, and faraway sources. So, this strategy really helped us. It really threw up cash available in the company. We were able to take bigger steps. Our negotiating power increased with the suppliers. So I think that is what the direction is for everyone now. Believe in your country, believe it has enough strength. India, we all should be proud of to be Indians at the moment because this is where the growth is coming. This is definitely going to be the next frontier.
You've been through quite a lot when you were sort of running on the business, building what it is, right? Mentally, have you grown old? I mean,
I think everyone who knows me, I think Devansh there is laughing. So everyone who knows me, I think can agree with you on that.
no. Does that come across as amongst
No,
your
I think I've always
peers?
been, my wife is also here, maybe she would like to add, but I think I've always been on the more mature, older side, and this just kind of accelerated that.
So what do you do for unwinding, wiring out? What do you?
I spend a lot of time with my wife and my kids. I enjoy that the most, and if we are able to travel, then I would love to travel.
Yeah.
And playing a sport, I think that's always something to be active. I play tennis, paddle is something I'm also trying to kind of pick up faster and faster. But mainly it is more because again, your days are so busy, you have to deal with the traffic of Delhi. So as much time I can get with my wife and kids is something that really helps me unwind.
Just a curious question. This is some pattern that I've seen where entrepreneurs have built ground up, right? Would you enjoy speaking hours and hours about stainless steel or hours and hours about movies? What do you enjoy more, speaking more?
I think depends on the movie genre, I would say. But now the amount, and one of my focus areas of stainless steel is advocacy, is creating more awareness. So I think I can speak hours and hours on
Can
stainless
create
steel.
jingles, music, everything.
We have. I hope people are seeing that. We have created a jingle and an ad campaign using stainless steel and music and everything.
Does your wife ask you to stop sometime?
I don't know. I think she's very supportive. So she is always happy to do and happy to support me in anything that I'm doing.
Okay, how are you dealing with AI? And every day there's so much talk about LLMs and new tech coming in. And does that at least cross your mind? Or what am I
No,
doing?
it's something that nobody can ignore at the moment. Definitely we've already starting embedding AI in a multiple plethora of applications. Some are already yielding good results.
Where are you implementing it? Which part of your supply
I think
chain?
I would say every aspect of it. At the plant, so we started
nice.
with condition-based monitoring, yielding tremendous amount of results.
Who do you work with to?
Couple of vendors.
Okay.
I'm missing out the names
The large
right now.
tech companies?
No,
Yeah.
for condition-based monitoring, I have always tried to give a chance to homegrown companies.
Got it.
So for green hydrogen, we've gone for a homegrown company. For condition-based monitoring, we've gone for a homegrown company. And that is the way I would also like to support these entities, give them an opportunity.
Very good.
Because I faced it in a lot of other aspects of the world. So we should give our own companies a better chance. And then always there's global companies there to support or engage with. But we are looking at AI, embedding that everywhere. One of the main areas where I'm extremely excited is in quality. We're going for a total quality process control system where all my equipment will be connected. They will be talking to each other. Data will be shared across platforms. And the main goal is first time right to the customer. So that is the only measure or the only metrics that I'll be looking at. It's a work in progress. It's something that has not been done. In India, definitely, there is only maybe one company internationally that's working on it. I hope to be one of the first in this space.
Amazing. What's your last message to everyone in the room?
Last message, I would say, like I said, believe in our country. There is where the growth is coming. I know it's a tough ask. I know there are lots of ups and downs, dealing with the environment, dealing with the business conditions, dealing with government. But I really believe, we all travel, we've all seen what's the situation in Europe, what's the situation in America, and I'm really lucky and proud to be an Indian at the moment, and I feel we should invest more in our country and believe in our country.
Thanks a lot, Abhyuday. Can I have a big round of applause? So before you leave, this is a pattern. The next speaker is Devansh. I think he's our common friend. Would you like to say a couple of words about him before he comes to the stage?
Oh, Devansh has always got a lot of knowledge and a lot of energy, and that's something that we should learn from him, and he's become, I would say, an M&A king. So that's something that we all need to learn how he's doing that. It's very super impressive, and all the best to him.